After the last time, a lesson learned in bitter pain, I vowed to myself, no more foolishness, do you hear? But my buddies urged, a real man needs a secret fund. I nodded along, as if I'd known this truth for years. This time I didn't hide it in my shirt pocket, nor did I stuff it behind the box of Ted Holiday treats. I upgraded my strategy to a whole new level, stashing the cash inside bags of rice and glutinous flour. I tucked some loose change inside a pillowcase and wedged a bit more beneath the bottom of the rice cooker pot. I crumpled up a large banknote like a scrap of paper, writing on the outside a recipe for sour fish soup. I stood admiring my handiwork, deeply moved, convinced that this time no one would ever find it. My eyes sparkled as if I just completed a spy mission, and I congratulated myself, man, I'm a genius. The house remained calm and quiet for 3 whole days, and as I paced back and forth, my heart felt light and free. Little did I know a storm was lurking nearby, and the name of that storm was The Wife Cleans House. The secret stash round 2 is busted once again. No matter how well I hid it, my wife dug it all out. From inside the rice, the pillows, the electric rice cooker, no hiding spot could escape the gaze of our family's resident detective. The secret stash round 2 has flown away again. I didn't get to spend a single penny, yet my heart is weeping. My wife just smiled so sweetly, but it sent shivers down my spine. I knew right then the entire stash had been completely wiped out. That afternoon she grabbed a brand new broom, sweeping the floor while humming a cheerful tune. I found it odd, she seemed a little too happy, and a bad omen began to fill my mind. She called out loudly, "Honey, come here for a second. I just have a quick question. It's nothing serious, so don't you go shaking in your boots." He walked in and saw the table looking neat and tidy, with bills lined up in rows as if standing for a weekend roll call. Beside the sack of rice lay a few $50 bills. Beside the rice cooker sat 2 $100 bills. Inside a pillowcase was another stack of smaller denominations, and right on top was a note, "You've got some nerve, hubby." He stood frozen stiff like a fish flopping out of water, wearing a half smile while his knees went slightly weak. She asked softly, in the tone of a school teacher, "Why does the recipe for sour soup suddenly feature a picture of Mr. Franklin?" One person hid it with such conviction, the other cleaned up and quite by accident solved the case before he could even utter a single complaint. She had already laid out the full set of incriminating evidence. The secret stash take 2 has gone bust once again. He thought this hiding method was cutting-edge science. Who knew that all it would take was one afternoon of floor mopping to bring his entire secret system crashing down completely. The secret stash take 2 has vanished into thin air. We hid it like a spy thriller, but the ending played out like a slapstick comedy. No matter how cunning the scheme, it's no match for the household manager. One glance from the wife, and she instantly sniffs out anything suspicious. She pulled up a chair and sat down like an interrogator, with secret stash file number 2 laid out right before him. It even included an itemized list of where he had allocated his funds. Rice 100, pillow 50, rice cooker 200. Seeing this, he gave a faint, nervous cough. "Well, you see, I just took some lessons from last time." She nodded slowly. "Yes, you certainly gained a lot of experience, which is exactly why I managed to reap an even bigger harvest this time around." He tried to salvage the situation with a look of earnest sincerity. "Honey, I had no intention of staging a domestic rebellion. I just wanted a little bit of flexible cash my buddies invited me out for coffee, I wouldn't have to file a formal request. She burst out laughing though her hand kept dutifully recording the minutes. Flexible, huh? So flexible that you decided to hide it inside the rice. He whispered back, I was afraid you'd check our usual spots first, so I had to switch strategies and hide them somewhere far away. She pointed at the pile of cash and sighed sweetly, you're certainly clever, it's just a pity you married the wrong woman. At that remark, he felt as if struck by lightning. It was so undeniably true that he couldn't muster a single word of protest. Who taught you the trick of hiding money in the pillow? Well, the internet did, with a little bit of my own personal flair. And inside the rice sack, you rarely dig all the way down to the bottom. Who knew that today, while making sticky rice, you turn a